Hi YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about how my Asperger's affects me. Now Asperger's affects everyone in different ways, so I'm going to talk about my personal traits and how it affects me. So first of all, senses. Some people have heightened senses and some people have undeveloped senses. I have heightened senses and they affect me by ways of touch, so I can't touch small pieces of metal such as screws, chains, keys, like hooks or any type of small piece of metal I can't touch. Coins like money I can't touch, cringes me out so bad. Things like velvet or the fake velvet called velour, is it something like that? Can't touch that stuff. If someone came up with me wearing like a velvet tracksuit or something, please get away, because I can't. I don't wear any jewellery at all because I can't touch that at all. No rings, necklaces, bracelets, earrings. They make me feel really, really horrible. Certain types of cutlery, like if it had like indented patterns, I won't really be able to touch it, or it would make me feel really uncomfortable, like I can't touch it. I have a heightened smell, so things like bacon make me feel sick. Instant noodles, like super noodles, the packet stuff, makes me feel really sick if I smell it. Espresso, if someone sprays too much body spray, that makes me feel really sick, like I can't breathe. And if I go into like a strange place, like a new shop or someone's new house, and the smell might be overpowering and I won't be able to stand it, I'll have to get out. My sight, if there's like a really, really bright light, it will give me such a bad headache, I'll have to get out of there. Loud noises, like if someone's banging or if two people are shouting or if the TV is too loud downstairs, gets on my nerves so bad, like I can't deal with it, and it gives me a headache as well. So that's how my senses affect me. I also have quite bad coordination. Now I don't know if that's down to my ASD or not, but things like cutting my food, like if there's meat on the plate or large pieces of vegetable, my mum or dad will have to cut it for me. I can't do it. If I attempt it, it will just spill. Like I'll lose half my dinner. So, and then I get really frustrated and I want to cry because something so simple as cutting some food, I should be able to do it, right? If I'm walking down the street, I'll end up walking like left or right, and I'll end up hitting someone or bumping into like a lamppost or something. I can't walk straight. I don't know why. If I'm pouring out a drink, like with a big like bottle, like a 2 litre bottle, I'll pour it, and then half of it will go like on the table, and there's nothing in my glass, so I spill a lot of drinks all the time. And now this doesn't affect me anymore, but when I was a bit younger, I couldn't put on my socks and I couldn't tie shoelaces and things like that, and even on really bad days I might have to need help getting fully dressed. I'm okay now though, I can put on my own socks and I can tie my own shoelaces, so that's good, but when I was younger I struggled really bad. So that's how that affects me. Social interaction. Now obviously it's an autistic spectrum disorder I have Asperger's, so you know some social aspect is going to come into it. Social sports like basketball, football, hockey, I can't really do. I mean, when I was in secondary school, my teachers basically forced me to do it, and obviously my coordination is bad, so I'd either drop the ball or I'd catch it and then I'd try and throw it at someone, and like I'd throw it completely the other way. And I hated it because they would all taunt me, you know, have a go at me for being so bad at the sport. They'd make fun of me and it made me feel really bad. or if I couldn't do it right, I wouldn't know really what to do, because everyone would be staring at me, because like I would have the ball in my hand and everyone's just staring at me expecting me to do something, and I would freak out because I'm like, oh my god, all these people are staring at me. So it would make me really bad, and I'd stress out, and my anxiety levels would be on the roof, and I'd get so stressed and anxious that I'd be unwell. Like I would end up with stomach bugs or something. I'd always be unwell. Now, it's kind of common for people with autism or Asperger's to be good at maths, but actually it's my worst subject. I'm really good at English, and when I was little I used to write a lot of stories, like make it up and stuff. But now I don't really write stories. I read a lot of books, mostly children's fiction, like Horrid Henry books and the Harry Potter books. But I read them sort of. I love books. I love reading. And I'm not good at maths at all. Not at all. My ASD affects my sleep. I'll go through cycles where I have really bad sleeping patterns, so I would stay awake all night, not knowing what to do with myself. I'll be walking around the house, be laying in bed like wide awake, wouldn't know what to do. But as soon as it turned light, or if someone got up, I'd feel comfortable enough to go to sleep, and then half the day would be gone, and yeah, so like insomnia, I'm not sure, but yeah, it affects my sleep quite bad. I'd often be ill because I'd be walking around like a zombie because I haven't had any sleep. I hate crowds, busy places, buses, any public transport actually. I hate trains. They scare me so bad. Like the doors that you have to go through and the smells that you get in the underground, and it's so hot, and all the crowds, and it's so busy, it's horrible. And buses, and even planes. Too many people. I don't go on any public transport at all. If I have to go somewhere, my dad will drive me in his car, or someone will walk me to that place. I don't even go out on my own because of all the people on the street. I hate it. If I am in a busy place, my anxiety goes so bad. Like I start stressing and I feel sick. I find it really hard to meet new people and to give eye contact to people. But I think I'm improving on that. I think I can give a little bit of eye contact now to real people, and sort of before I couldn't give any, but now I can sort of give a little bit, and so I am improving, which is good. And now when it comes to meeting new people, before I would just not look at them, talk to them, pretend they don't exist really. But now I can at least say hello to them, and be alright. So I am improving, and hopefully I'll have that's when I start to meet new people, and hopefully it'll be easier soon. The physical traits of my ASD include things like flapping my hands. I hit my knuckles like this sometimes, and I punch my thighs and stuff when I'm getting either stressed or excited. Sometimes I just do it randomly, like I'll be watching TV and then just suddenly I have an outburst of hitting my knuckles or flapping my hands, and people are just like, okay. When I was younger, I used to have ASD meltdowns. I used to be screaming for hours. I would hit my head and break stuff, and just generally hurting myself and screaming, but where my voice would just go, and Mum didn't really know how to cope. Sometimes I rock like back and forth like this, but most of the time I don't even know I'm doing it, so I probably do it more often than what I realise. But that is definitely one of my traits of my ASD. Also things like if I get my hands wet, so if I get out of the shower, or I need to wash my hands after being to the bathroom, or just before I eat or something like that, I can't touch anything until my hands are fully dry and I've put moisturising cream on. I can't touch anything until I've done that, until I've put moisturising cream on dry hands. So, and sometimes that can take like 10 minutes for me to feel comfortable enough to put the cream on. So some people are waiting like 15 minutes for me to, like, they'll say, oh, can I have a drink, and then they have to wait like 15 minutes because I've just washed my hands. I have to wait till they're dry and I've put cream on before I can hand them the glass. And so yeah, it can be a bit annoying. At home, I live with my mum, my dad, and my sister, and I actually have my own set of cutlery. So I have my own set of knives, forks, spoons, and teaspoons. I have my own glass, drinking glass. I have my own mug, my own bowl. And no one is allowed to touch any of that. None of my family members, no friends that come around, no one is allowed to touch it. I don't use any of the rest of the family's cutlery. And if I go and stay around someone's house, I try and avoid eating. But if I have to eat, like dinner or something, I'll do it quick without really thinking about it, because then I'll start feeling ill. The only place I'm quite comfortable with is restaurants. I don't know why. I think it's the concept of, because it's a public eating place, I know that I'll have to clean the cutlery properly, so maybe it's that. But then the forks and spoons and stuff in the restaurant, they have to not have any patterns indented in them, otherwise I won't be able to touch them. They have to be plain and silver. I can't touch gold at all. Like nothing. Either whether it's fake gold or anything, I can't, like, and anything that's like rusty coloured metal makes me feel sick. I'm trying to think what else. Routine. Okay, so day to day, I don't really have a routine, but if I know that I've got to go somewhere new, I'll plan weeks, sometimes months ahead, so that I know exactly what's going on that day, at what time. I know kind of the layout of the new place, hopefully, something like that. And I make sure I have a strict routine on that day. So if I have to wake up at 9 to be somewhere at 10, I'll get up at like 7 to make sure that I'm dressed and everything and ready. And if I come off the routine, or I'm running a bit late, or something messes up the routine that might not even be in my control, I'll start panicking, getting really anxious, and basically my whole day is ruined. I won't be able to go to that. I won't be able to go to the event or that place that we plan to go to. I'd have to stay in my room all day and like either watch DVDs or stay on my laptop until dinner. That's what I call a bad day. It's a bad day when my routine goes wrong. I get so upset. Like, I can't cope. The stress and anxiety levels, I can't cope because I'm so stressed because my routine is ruined. Yeah, it's really upsetting because there'll be days where I've had to miss school or college, or even fun days to like the beach or a theme park, because I had a routine set in my head and the routine's been ruined. So now I just have to stay at home, whether it be going to the beach, theme park, school or college. And then if it is school or college, I panic even more because I'm like, oh no, what have I missed at college that day? And that'll make it even worse. So that's a really bad day. It's even worse than a normal bad day. It's a really bad day because I've missed something important at school, or I've missed something important at college, and it stresses me out so bad. So yeah, I think that's all of what I can say about my ASD at the minute. If I've left anything out, I'll just probably put a little recap thing on. But yeah, I hope that's informed you a little bit more about me, and I hope that's helped you. If you've got Asperger's, you know someone about Asperger's, maybe they're similar sort of traits as me, and maybe it helps you to understand them better, or even understand yourself. So thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe.